Namaste, everybody. Welcome to BODHI. I'm Tamal Dodge. This is Laura. I'm already sweating. I'm not doing anything. We're going to do an hour vinyasa practice. We'll begin laying on our back in Supta Baddha Konasana, the soles of the feet together, knees dropped open. Left hand on your heart, right hand on your belly. We'll close the eyes. Transitioning into a place where we can bring our awareness, our consciousness to the inhales and the exhales, the Paraka Rajaka. And just sifting through the breath to find your consistency, that natural rhythm of oxygen flowing in and out. And as we steady the breath, we should also notice that our mind goes into a place of being calm and equipoised, establishing the equilibrium. And from this point, we'll take a big inhale through the nose, and we'll hold your breath at the very top. Out of the mouth. Again, inhale deeply through the nose, holding at the peak. Let it go. Go back to breathing through the nose. Make your breath sound like you're fogging a mirror with your mouth shut. Find the audible ujjayi. And from here, blink your eyes open, close your knees together, hug them in with the arms. And then once you've hugged them with the arms, take your arms out to the sides like cactus arms, elbows bent, look to the right, drop the knees to the left. We want to pull the right shin bone in line with the left shin bone, and you'll feel this mild stretch across your low back. And we switch sides. Bring your knees to center, look to the left, drop the knees to the right, maybe pull the left shin bone in line with the right. And we'll come back to center, hug the knees into your chest. We'll take a happy baby, take your arms split between the legs, hold the outer edge of the feet, or maybe the backs of the knees. You're trying to draw your knees down by your ribs, and then notice if your tailbone is lifting off the floor. Think about kind of sandwiching the sacrum, that upside down triangle, into the yoga mat. And then if you feel like your low back is bubbling up, think about drawing in your belly to descend the lumbar down. Plug the shoulder blades into the upper back so you widen the pectoralis muscles, the collarbones. You find that stretch across the front of the shoulder, the anterior deltoid. Hug the knees to the chest. Keep your knees into your chest. Place your hands behind your head. Bicycle crunches, opposite elbow to opposite knee for the next half a minute. So you can do these slow, you can do them fast. Find that rhythm or that pace that's going to match your energy level, your mood. So maybe like molasses, really slow, or maybe it's like you ate some dark chocolate and it's going to go real fast. Keep doing your bicycles. Try doing them with your legs straight, scissoring the whole time. Yes. Just taking it up a notch. And then hug the knees to the chest. So we'll keep the knees in the chest, reach your arms forward, turn your palms to face down. Now get your knees over the hips and lift your feet up the level of the knees. As your arms pulse, let your head and shoulders move with them. Yeah. For me, it's just like this natural progression. If we start laying on your back, we start with a little abdominal work. Now hold or crunch. Straighten your legs forward. They can hover a foot off the ground, 6 inches off the ground. The way you kind of gauge what's right for you is if your low back starts to lift, you've gone too low. You want to make sure your low back stays in contact with the floor. Now, reach your arms back, palms will face each other. So you're basically doing a handstand in a Shavasana type position. Handstand on the back. Hug the knees to the chest. Let's point your legs up to the sky. Separate your legs hips width apart. Left hand touches right toes, right hand touches left toes, side to side, back and forth on your own. And even if you have like really tight hamstrings and you have to have a little bend in your legs, that's fine. I want you to really focus on reaching towards the outer edges of the feet. Some fun trivia in here is Daniel, who you see occasionally as the student in this class, Laura's his sister. We've got a family affair going on in here. Let's hug your knees to your chest. Oh. So, keep the knees into your chest. Cross one ankle over the other. Hands go behind the head. Extend your legs out. Now, as your knees come back in, your elbows touch, head and shoulders lift. Then inhale, open. Exhale, close on your own. Let's meet with your legs extended out. You're going to switch the crossing of your ankles, then keep on going. Just so we're paying attention to those little details of shifting what's going on in the legs, which impacts the hips, which impacts the core muscles. Let's meet with the legs hovering about 6 inches, maybe a foot off the ground. Reach your arms forward. Now curl your toes like you have ballerina feet. Switch the crossing of your ankles, switch the crossing of your ankles so the little crisscrosses. It's the variation of flutters. Hug your knees to your chest. Oh, I know. The fun stuff. Point your legs up to the sky, reach your arms forward, palms face each other, head and shoulders lift. So left leg's gonna lower 2 inches above the ground. And let your right leg drift a little bit to the left and your left leg a little bit to the right. So your legs are slightly overlapping, but the right leg's going to stay vertical. Now, while you're here, the right heel will lower and it's going to touch the left big toe, but then the right leg's going to lift back up. The right leg lowers, then it lifts back up and down on your own, only the right leg. See, Laura lives in Charlotte, so I have to give her a little extra fun when she comes to town. Switch sides. The left leg's going to lower and lift. Hug your knees to your chest. Oh. So we'll start rocking up and down till you get enough momentum that you're at seated, but then you'll bypass seated and go to down dog. I'm not going to give a lot of instructions of how to get there, just as long as we get there. From down dog, if you want to pedal your legs out a little bit, shift your weight side to side, do any fidgeting that feels appropriate. And eventually we settle with the legs hips width apart, heels disappear behind the toes, arms are shoulder width apart, fingers point forward, the hands spread wide. The upper outer arms wrap down and around, the belly goes in, the hips move back, the thigh bones move back. And then let's drift to plank, top of a push-up. So we stack the shoulders over the wrists. Let the index fingers glide forward. So the whole inner palm is rooted down. And you'll take the first part of your arm, the forearm, the radius and ulna, and turn it in a little, while the upper part of your arm, the humerus, is going to wrap back. And from there, your belly goes in, the front ribs go in. It's like a little pancake there. Your tailbone scoops towards the inner thigh, so the frontal hip points, those two little bony bones at the front of the body, move up towards the chest. And notice if you're rounding in your upper back, draw the sternum, the middle of your chest forward as you press the thigh bones into the hamstrings. And we just breathe. Let all that heat cultivate. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, downward facing dog. So we're going to do it again. We'll have an alternate variation. On an inhale, drift to plank, top of a push-up, and hold. Let's lift your right foot an inch. Climb onto your left fingers. Either stay like this, or if you want something super challenging, reach your left arm forward in a handshake fashion for a cross-diagonal balance. Hand and foot down. Lift your left foot up. Climb onto the right fingers. Either stay there or reach the right arm forward. Hand and foot down. Downward facing dog. Let's take a big inhale through your nose. Hold your breath at the top. Out of the mouth. Let's run through some basic vinyasas just to stretch out the core muscles. On an inhale, drift to plank. As you exhale, lean way out, lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 more, just breath cues. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Perfect. So we'll lift the right leg up to the sky. Keep the hips square, dorsiflex the right foot, spin the right inner leg towards the ceiling. And we'll take the right knee to the nose, shoulders are over the wrist, pause. While you're here, you're pressing the earth away, so there's a little protraction in the shoulder, and that's gonna help you round in your upper back. Then you're gonna take the right knee and let it touch the floor. Bring the knee into the nose, round the spine, then extend the leg up and back. Knee to nose, hold. Let the knee touch the floor, into the nose, round the spine, extend it back on your own. Just for the next 30 seconds, building a little heat. We'll meet with the leg extended back. Lunge the right foot between your hands. Stay on the ball of your back foot, left hand's on the mat, right arm reaches to the sky. So we're pressing the earth away with the left palm, creating space between your left trapezius and your left ear. Turn the right hand down, reach over your head. So notice how the back leg wants to get soft. Press the left thigh bone into the hamstring, pull back through the inner left heel. Take the right hip crease and draw it not only back, but a little bit to the left. So you're getting the outer right glute out of view. And we get longer through the sides of the waist, longer through the sides of the neck. Then we just have that period of time where we not only sit with it, but we just marinate in the pose. Because each moment that goes by, we get more out of it. We get familiar with it. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, right hand down. Step back to plank. Let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Pause, shoulders over wrists. Let the knee touch the floor. Into the nose, round the spine. Extend the leg up and back on your own. Perfect. Let's meet with the leg extended back. Lunge the left foot between the hands. The right palm plants, the left arm reaches to the sky. We find the twist. So we're pressing the earth away with the right palm, so you're creating space between the right trapezius and right ear, but then you're also taking that right tricep, the upper outer arm, and wrapping it back. Turn the left hand down, reach overhead. Notice if you're overextending in that left arm, overcommitting. A sure sign is you feel that left trapezius muscle next to your ear and your neck. So I want you to take your left upper arm bone and suck it back into the shoulder socket, then wrap the left tricep down. Let's inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, left hand down, step back to plank. Let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So let's lift the right leg up. This time bring the right knee to your right elbow, shoulders over wrist, pause. Slide the knee down to the right wrist, up to the right elbow, then extend it back. You know how that goes for the next 30 seconds. So it's very similar to what we did earlier when it was knee to nose. Now we've just changed the destination. Let's meet with the leg extended back. Lunge the right foot between your hands. Stay on the ball of the back foot. Run your arms down the ribs. So we steer our hips forward. We fire up the back leg. Notice if you're slouching, find a small sense of cobra in the chest. Take your hands at prayer. Hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Look to get the elbows stacked. This way we can apply more pressure with your top hand down into the bottom hand. And when you do that, we'll find our thumbs closest to the heart center of the sternum. If you want to embellish upon the pose, you can always open your arms up or wrap it up, whatever feels appropriate. Now we're going to think about crescent pose, and on an inhale, unravel, come all the way up, reach to the sky and hold here. We sink into the front knee, so rest at 90 degrees, pressing the right calf to the right shin. Soften the back leg so that you can scoop your tailbone under and the frontal hip points will lift. Hug in the outer hips, knit the front ribs in. Work to get the arms straighter so the skin of the side body should get longer. Take a big inhale. And exhale, hands come down to the ground. Let's step back to plank and let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, pause. Slide the left knee down to the wrist, up to the elbow. Extend the leg up and back on your own. Perfect. So let's meet with the leg extended back. Lunge the left foot between the hands. Stay on the ball of the back foot. Reach your arms down the ribs. So we always take this moment here as like a reset. We steer the hips forward. We fire up the back leg. We take the shoulder blades and we slide them towards the back space. And you take your hands at prayer in front of the heart. Hook your right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Twist. It's a good sign. Laura's already starting to sweat. Get the elbows stacked. Find the thumbs closest to the heart center of the sternum. Notice if you're drooping in your neck and creating an unnecessary lateral flexion there. I want you to get longer through the sides of the neck. If you want extra, you can open your arms or wrap it up. It's another balmy day here. It's like almost 90 degrees in this room. Think crescent, and on an inhale, unravel, come all the way up, reach to the sky, and hold. So not only is the front knee resting at 90 degrees, and you feel a lot of weight dropping down in that left heel, but that should translate and articulate with the mound of that left big toe pressing down as well. The softness in the back leg enables us to draw the tail under, but similar to what we did before, the left hip should pull back, the right hip guides forward, micro adjustments. The side waist gets longer as the arms get straighter. The upper outer arms start to wrap forward. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, hands come down. Let's step back. Let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Perfect. So let's take another big inhale through the nose. Hold your breath at the top. And then out of the mouth. Come up high in the toes, bend the knees, look forward, exhale, step or spring. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, open the arms and rise to standing. Circle your arms overhead, palms kiss. Prayer in front of your heart. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold your body forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we'll run through a couple more of these, just casually, and then we'll take a detour. Let's come up high in the toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, open the arms and rise. Exhale, prayer in front of the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale to fold. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So I'm going to get you to standing. We're going to let you loose for one round on your own. Let's come up high in the toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or spring. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, open the arms and rise. Exhale, prayer in front of the heart. This one on your own. Once you finish, we'll all meet in downward facing dog, regrouping there. So from down dog, let's step your feet together. We'll drift to plank. Kick both heels to the right, send your left arm up. So if you want to modify this, you can always drop your right knee to the floor underneath your right hip for more support. Otherwise, we dorsiflex the feet, keep the big toes touching and separate the heels just a little bit. Think about pulling your right hip to the right a bit more and your left hip a little bit to the left. You know you're doing it right when you feel like you're just going to topple over. Then you turn your left palm down, reach overhead. Perfect. Don't let the outer hip collapse. Firm in the outer right glute. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, left hand down, top of a push-up. Pause here, right foot lifts. Knee to nose. Step it through. Oh. Stay on the ball of the back foot. Come up, crescent pose, reach to the sky. So we'll reach your arms forward, right elbow under the left, intertangle your arms, either go palm to palm or knuckle to knuckle. Lift the elbows up and then pull the forearms away from us. Then you can start to find an upper back bend, a sense of cobra in the chest. Now Laura's a little bit psychic, so keep your ego lean forward. All the weight in that right foot lifts. She knew where we were going. All the weight in that right big toe. You're good where you are. Active in the thighs. Stamp that inner left heel on the back wall. And keep the eagle without touching the left foot to the ground. Stand up, bend the left knee into your chest. Bend your right leg, cross your left knee over the top of the right. Maybe you can sneak your left foot behind the right calf. It's windy in here. That's what I say whenever I can't stick a handstand. I'm like, it's really windy in this yoga room right now. If you want more, you can always lower your chest over the left quad. Inhale to stand. Exhale, set the left foot next to right. Relax the arms. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, glance out, but as you exhale, let's just fold. Squat down in your tiptoes. We'll do a little Krobakasana. So feet together, knees wide. Wedge your triceps on the shins, plant the palms, lift your butt, lean forward into your elbow stacks over the wrists, then one or both feet can lift. Put a little cat pose or a cat shape in your upper spine. Step back, shoot back, float back. Beautiful. After you've taken the vinyasa, we will all meet in downward facing dog. So we'll step the feet together. We'll drift to plank. Kick both heels to the left, send your right arm up to the sky. Again, if you want to modify, you can drop your left knee to the floor underneath your left hip for more support. Otherwise, we glue the big toes together. We microscopic separation of the heels. Left hip draws back to the left. The right hip moves a little bit to the right. The top arm's going to reach overhead and hangs low, about an inch, maybe 2 inches above the cheekbone. Reach your right arm up. Right hand comes down, top of a push-up. Pause here. Let's lift your left foot up. Knee to nose. Step it through. Stay on the ball of the back foot. Come up, crescent pose. Reach to the sky. So find your balance, find your stability. You take your arms forward, left elbow under right, intertangle, go palm to palm or knuckle to knuckle. The elbows lift, the forearms pull away. Then you find the sense of cobra, camel pose, up dog in the chest. Keep what you have. Look forward, lean forward. Back foot gets light. Heavy in that left big toe. Stamp the right heel on the back wall. Keep the eagle without touching your right foot to the ground. Stand up, bend the right knee into your chest. Bend your standing leg, cross the right knee over the left. Maybe you can sneak your right foot behind the left calf. You can always do the crouching eagle variation too if you like. Just let the legs work a little bit. Inhale to stand. Exhale, set the right foot next to left. Relax the arms. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold your body forwards. Inhale, glance out, but as you exhale, just fold again. We'll squat down in the tiptoes. Second round of Crow Bakasana. Feet together, knees wide. Wedge the triceps on the shins. Plant the palms. Chaturanga the arms. One or both feet lifts. Step back, shoot back, float back. After you've taken the vinyasa, we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Take an inhale through the nose. Hold your breath at the peak. And like a lion, stick out your tongue, let it go. Come up high in the toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, chair pose, sit low, reach high, Utkatasana. Exhale, stand up. Same exhale, prayer in front of the heart. Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, lunge it through. Back heel down. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, hands come down. Let's step back. Let's lower Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, rise, warrior A. Exhale, hands come down. Let's step back and lower Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So, we're going to do another round, but this one's going to have a little extra flavor in it. It's not just going to be vanilla or chocolate. It's going to be a triple flavor. Let's come up high on the toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stand. Prayer in front of the heart. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So we'll lift the right leg up. Rise high on the ball of your left foot. Bend the left leg and look forward. I want you to hop that left foot off the ground, and you're going to switch your legs in the air and land with your right foot at the front of your mat. Yes, back heel down. Inhale, rise, warrior one, and hold. Take your arms behind you, interlace the fingers, anchor the hands down, lift the chest. Then exhale, fold your body to the inside of the right leg for humble warrior. Try pressing your right shoulder and your right ribs against the inside of the right leg. Steer the right hip back. Let's inhale, come up, warrior one, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands come down. Let's step back. Let's get out of there. Lower Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Perfect. So we'll lift the left leg up. Rise high in the right toes. Bend the right knee. We're going to hop and switch so that your left foot lands at the front of the mat. Back heel down. Rise, warrior one. Arms go behind the back. We interlace the fingers with the opposite pinky on top. Awkward feeling way. Anchor the hands down, lift the chest, then fold your body to the inside of the left knee. And it's not just a squaring of the hips, but a squaring of the shoulders. So roll the right shoulder down. Let's inhale, rise, warrior one, reach to the sky. Then exhale, hands come to the mat. Let's step back. Let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take an inhale through the nose. Hold your breath at the top. But this time when we release the breath, we're going to do like a horse's breath, a flutter of the lips. And let it go. Child's pose. Lower the knees, sit on the heels, forehead to the earth. Catch your breath. Let's extend the arms forward. Let's come onto all fours, hands and knees. So, let's extend the right leg behind you. Bring the right knee to your right elbow or right tricep. Climb onto your left fingers. Now reach your left arm forward in a handshake fashion. And this trains us for the bigger variation, which we're going to do in a moment. Just a funky little arm balance. First, set your left hand down. Now extend the right leg back. Tuck your left toes, pick up the left knee, push back into the left heel. So that was the dress rehearsal. Here comes the play. Bring the right knee to the right elbow, hold. Climb onto the left fingers. Stay there or reach the left arm forward. Yes. So strong. Left hand down, right leg back. Lunge the right foot between your hands. Turn your back heel down. Let's come up warrior one. Reach to the sky. So we're only here for a moment. We're going to do another variation of humble warrior, but this one requires shoulder flexibility. So you're going to drop the right arm over the top of the right shoulder, take your left hand and hold onto the right elbow, and push it down the back a little bit. Then you're going to take the left arm from below the lower back and see if you can hook your fingers together. Maybe you hold a shirt or a towel or a strap if you have that. We draw the right elbow back, we wrap the right tricep forward. Keep this, big inhale, and as you exhale, lower your torso either over the top of the right quad or to the inside of the right inner thigh. Yes. Inhale to come up. Untangle the arms, reach to the sky. Take the hands to your hips. Instep your back foot about 6 inches. Straighten both legs and then turn your left toes to point forward even more. Now you're either going to make fists with your hands and press your knuckles together behind your back, or you'll get your palms to touch and flip the pinky finger sides of your hands on your spine and work them up towards your shoulder blades. Just notice how your hands are pressing against your back ribs, which in turn thrusts the front ribs forward. I want you to knit the front ribs in so you feel the back ribs counter-resist against the pinkies of your hands. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, fold forward, stopping at the point before you feel like you're in a slouch. So you're keeping some integrity in that spine. Then we play with hugging the upper inner legs closer together, the points of the thighs closest to the groin. Inhale to stand up. Relax the arms. So again, we reset with the hands and the hips. Lift the chest and then tilt your body halfway forward. Reach your left arm forward in a handshake fashion. So we're using your right hand to carve the right hip back. Then when you're ready, you'll sit your left hand down in the inside of the outside of the right foot on the floor. Turn your chest to the sky, then reach your right arm up for twisting triangle, Parivrita Trikonasana. Laura's doing a really great job of getting longer through the sides of her waist, so she's not creating this unnecessary lateral movement in her spine, straightening things out. If you notice your torso is kind of ski sloping to the floor, you want to climb up higher on your left fingers or prop it on a block. And keep what you have. Look down. Spot a place about 12 inches in front of you. Place your left fingers there. Take your back foot off the ground for twisting half moon, Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana. This is where the legs start to feel it. Heavy in the right big toe. If you need a micro bend in that right knee to create some buoyancy for the joint, that's always a good option. The left leg is straight. The left inner thigh is working up. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, only set the right hand down. Walk your hands towards your right leg, get close. Take your right hand and forearm, hook it behind your right ankle and calf muscle, and then draw your forehead towards that right shin bone for standing splits, Urdhva Prasrita Ekapadasana. So if you have your hand behind your ankle, you can put it back to the floor. I'm going to give you guys 2 exits. One is just step back, left foot, then right foot to plank, take chaturanga, up dog to down dog. Other option is hands go about 6 inches in front of that right foot. Stare at your thumbs or make an invisible line there and maybe do a couple of handstand hops. When we say handstand hops, doesn't mean you get perfectly into handstand, but sometimes it just means flirting with the movement, and then you would take your vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. Take a big inhale. Hold it at the top. Out of the mouth. Let's lower to all fours, hands and knees. Extend the left leg behind you. You're going to bring the left knee to the left elbow. Climb onto the right fingers. Then reach the right arm forward in a handshake fashion. So remember, this is the prep work here. This is so you get the feeling, the sensations in your body, and you start to maintain that little muscle memory. Right hand down, left leg back, right toes tuck. Lift up the right knee, press back into the right heel, 3-legged dog. Here we go. Left knee to left elbow. Climb onto the right fingers. Either stay there or reach the right arm forward in a handshake fashion. Yes. Right hand down, left leg goes up and back. Lunge the left foot between the hands, back heel down, rise warrior 1. So we know where we're going. There's quite a few poses in this sequence. We're dropping the left arm over the top of the left shoulder. The right hand catches the left elbow and pushes it down the back. Then you take the right arm from below the lower back, and maybe you can hook your fingers together, maybe using a strap, a towel, or a shirt. We pull the left elbow back, we wrap the left tricep forward. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, either lower your chest over the left quad or to the inside of the left inner thigh. Everyone's going to kind of land at a different point, depending on what's tight, what's not, our history of our own life and our experiences. Let's inhale, come all the way up. Untangle your arms, reach them to the sky, then take the hands to the hips. Instep your back foot about 6 inches. Straighten both legs and turn the right toes to point forward more. Now you decide if you're going to press your fists together behind your back or you take reverse prayer behind the back. We take the front ribs in. It's like you're backing them up. Take a big inhale. Then exhale, fold, stopping at the point before you feel like you slouch. Inhale to stand, relax your arms, take the hands to the hips. So when you're ready, you'll tilt your body about halfway forward, just the level of the hips. We start with the left big toe gluing down, the outer edge of the back foot sealing down. We're zipping up the quadriceps, and then we reach the right arm forward in a handshake fashion. Then we set the right hand down in the inside of the outside of the left foot. We start scooping that left hip back, then turn the chest and reach your left arm up. So everything is done in kind of stages. Keep what you have, look down, 12 inches in front of you, set your right fingers there, take your back foot off the ground, twisting half moon. Try stamping the right heel on the back wall, getting longer through the sides of the waist. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, left hand comes down. Walk your hands towards your left leg, get close. Then we'll take the left hand and form, hook it behind the left ankle and calf. Maybe draw your forehead towards that left shin bone for standing splits. Now at this point, the legs are working. They may be shaking, but we're trying to breathe through all that physicality. If you have your left hand behind your left ankle, you set the left hand down. 2 different exits, either step back to plank, lower chaturanga up dog, or maybe have your hands about 6 inches in front of that left foot and do a couple of hops, even if they're bunny hops. Let's take a big inhale through the nose, hold your breath at the top, out of the mouth. Walk your feet up about 6, maybe 12 inches. So you've shortened your down dog a little bit. Keep your feet together. Now, I want you to squat low, bend the knees out to the side. Keep your arms straight. Now go back to that short down dog, hips go up. Again, squat low, knees flare out, legs go straight. So do this a couple of times, and then you can either stay like this, or some of you guys, when your legs go straight, you hop your feet off the ground. Maybe you do a little butterfly in the air. Maybe you do bunny hops. Go for it. You can hop. Yes. Go for it. Beautiful. And once you're done, we'll all meet in a normal downward facing dog. Let's lift the right leg up. Lunge the right foot between your hands. Drop the left knee to the ground. Release the left toes. Scoot the left leg back and we'll go into pigeon pose. Walk your right foot to the left hand. Drop the right knee to right hand. Go to your forearms. Lie all the way into it. Cool down time. We'll be here for a little while. Let's come onto your hands, tuck your back toes, pick up your back knee, find downward facing dog. Let's lift the left leg up. Lunge the left foot between the hands, drop the right knee, release the right toes, scoot the right leg back, pigeon walk the left foot to the right hand, drop the left knee to left hand. You can use a prop if you like at home. We'll settle here. Come onto your hands. We'll find downward facing dog. You can pedal it out, you can shake it out. And just lower your knees to the floor, cross one ankle over the other, sit behind your feet, swoop your legs through to the front. So extend your legs straight out in front of you, grab a hold of your butt, move your glutes back, move the bottoms of your thighs out. Inhale, reach your arms up, sit up tall, then exhale, hinge and fold forward, Paschimottanasana. If you can hold onto your feet, hold the outer edges of your feet and pull that back, and press the inner edges of your feet forward. From here, you can sit up. Let's scoot forward. Let's lay on your back. Once you're on your back, bend your knees, set your feet on the floor, heels to the butt, plant the palms. Let's lift the hips. Bridge pose. You can interlace your fingers underneath your back, tuck the upper arm bones underneath you. If you want more, you can take upward facing bow or Urdhva as an alternate. The inner thighs roll down, the tailbone scoops forward. And we just settle here. Take a big inhale, lift a little more, then exhale, come on down. Hug the knees to the chest. So we'll release your left leg out, only hug the right knee in, send your right arm out to the right, palm up, look to the right, and twist the right knee across the body to the left. Hug the right knee into your chest. Release it next to left. Hug the left knee into your chest. Send your left arm out to the left. Palm up, look to the left. Twist the left knee to the right. We'll hug the left knee into your chest. Hug both knees into your chest. Place your forehead onto your knees. Take a very big inhale. Hold your breath. Squeeze everything, all tension, all stress into one tight little ball. And let it all go. Sprawl open. Shavasana. You've arrived. Just taking these moments to restore your body and mind. Detach from the rest of the world and drift. Jayatam Shrimate Katiyani Devi Dasi Kripa Abdaye Patitanam Bando Radha Krishna Parakamala Devi Jaya Jaya Namo Namo Nama Om Vishnupa Daya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devam Agora Vani Pacharane Nirva Sesha Sunya Vadea Vaska Chahadis Tarne Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Gade Hara Shri Vasa Dego Bhakta Together, take a big inhale through your nose. Hold your breath at the top. Let it go. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, bring movement back to the body. And with your eyes still closed, roll over to whatever side you like. And with your eyes still shut, let's come up to seated. Sit up tall, take your hands at prayer in front of your heart. Follow your breath. In yoga, they say we're a soul, a jiva atma, and the soul is satchit ananda, which means eternal, full of knowledge, and always blissful or happy. And it's only when we lose contact with who we really are that we find this state of anxiety, frustration, dissatisfaction. When we lose our true identity, it's hard to bring back that consistent ananda, blissfulness or happiness. So if we want to always be filled with joy, if we want to always be in a state of eternity, knowledge, and bliss, then we have to engage in spiritual activities that help us reawaken who we really are, what our purpose is, why we exist. We'll find what we're looking for. Food for thought. Take a big inhale. Hold your breath. Let it go. Namaste.